that old style of 3D graphics, 3D terrain specifically. That is in and of itself a nostalgic thing for me. I remember using 3D terrain generation tools when I was younger. I had a lot of fun with that, and it helped me with my early game dev endeavors. Anyway, greetings and salutations, and welcome to Quest for Glory: Shadows of Darkness. Before we begin, let me just note that I am very, very tired today, so forgive me if I'm a little bit off. Anyway, let's restore our game. And I see with interest that oh yes, this place, right. I noted with interest that I named the last saved stream Danger. I didn't quite remember where I'd left off, so yes, but this is a little fountain that just appeared. We look around, we should find that just to our north, once the CD spins up, I still haven't done it.
You're in the forest,
sorry about
somewhere
that.
southeast
of
the
there you
town.
go.
To the north, you can see a beautiful garden and a gently flowing stream.
So just to the north of us is Irana's garden. That's the entrance to it there. And here we have this mysterious little fountain. Now, last week at the end of the stream, we tried drinking from it, and we were knocked out, and one of the fair folk appeared, and thought a little of us, for being so gullible. And we tried just sniffing it, because if we try to interact, we get a couple of options here. We can take a drink, which knocks us out. We can taste the water, which I think does the same, and we can smell the water, which prompts us to drink and knocks us out. I don't think we've tried jumping into the fountain. Let's give that a shot. It's probably a bad idea, knowing the fair folk stories thereof, but...
You seem to have forgotten that it's autumn here, and that there is a chill in the air.
Oh, spoil
You'll
sport.
surely catch your death of cold in the cool water.
Very well. Okay, so let's start by detecting some magic around here.
You are definitely feeling something magical in this glade, but you can't seem to pinpoint the source.
Okay, what spells have I? I can try triggering something. Let's try Dazzle. No, nothing there. Could try Calming. Don't need to Force Bolt or Levitate or Reverse. Could try Juggling Lights. What was this one again? Protection. Let's try Juggling Lights, maybe they like that. It's becoming day. Looks at things. Oh, it's not, it's just the light little face up. Okay, slightly iffy way of doing that, since it makes it look like morning's coming rather than the local area. Well, it's better than nothing. What about the peace spell? I was thinking about that.
A feeling of peace and tranquility permeates the air.
Doesn't seem to have done anything. Can we speak?
No one seems to be...
No one seems to be listening. Okay. Alright, well then... Oops. The one thing that did occur to me is perhaps trying the trigger spell. Let's try triggering the water.
Your spell does nothing. It only...
Okay.
Your spell... Your spell...
Can I... Oops. There we go. Can I take some of this water?
You dip a flask into the crystal clear water of the fountain, but you don't seem to be able to get any water. Your flask has a leak, or the fountain is magical.
I'm going to try just walking away. Why am I... Oh. I don't know why the game's running so poorly. It's just there again. Oops, didn't catch what that was. Sorry, for some reason the game is proving a little bit lag at the moment.
A beautiful fountain with...
Okay, we've seen that, I believe. Let me just see what's going on here. So I think I know the pause. I just don't know what's happening. The short version is this computer gets a bit laggy when it's not on mains power, when it's running out of the battery. But it should be on mains power. Oh, I suppose the problem is it's gotten all the way up to 81%, so it's trying to discharge the battery. In which case there's not a lot that I can do about it. It should be sort of going back and forth at about 75% charge, but it's somehow gotten up to 81, and I think it's just discharging down to 75, so hopefully this will just improve as the stream goes on, and I apologize for this. Okay, the thing is, there's an event that happens in this area later in the game that I really want to get to, and I don't know whether falling for this trick will cut me out of that. I'm going to look it up. I'm just going to play it safe. Let's see. Do I have UHS hints? No. Let's try this one. That's not helpful. Right, let's try. Oops, not Quest for Glory or Quest for Glot, Quest for Glory. Shadows of Darkness. Help. On Sierra Help. Let's see if they have aid for us here. Okay, well, this walkthrough I found just says to drink the water, so we're going to fall for it. Take a drink.
You lean over the fountain and take a long draught of the cool, clear water.
I'm going to do the same with my hot chocolate.
Water gives you a funny, dizzy sensation.
Ah,
in fact,
delicious.
It feels as if the whole forest is starting to spin around you.
My hot chocolate doesn't do that, at least, which is probably a good thing. It would be
There is power
if it
here,
did.
but it has much to learn. It will probably be killed before it can be of use. Still, there is much magic to learn in Mordavia. Perhaps it may yet serve our purposes.
I don't think there are many cetaceans of any
You
sort in
awaken from a
Mordavia.
strange dream. Or was it a dream? Feeling very dizzy and disorientated. Fortunately, the sensation passes in a few moments, and you are back to normal.
Oh, that's good at least. What time of night is it? It's a bit late. I remember when I left off last time, I was hoping to find the ghost. But I think we're actually running a bit late for her. I think we'd have to come a little earlier in the eve for that. Yeah, I think this is her spot. I think we have to be here earlier if we want to catch her, so to speak. Well, that's fine. That's fine. What else do we need to do? The most important thing right now is to help the Doma boy, which means we need to get Igor to provide us with that etheric liquid. I had an idea about that, but something. I'll have to see. We did speak with Katrina last night, at least. Last session. It was this same night in game, in fact. So that's a start. Right, well in that case... is Igor back here, I wonder? No. We don't have much more to do here, I think. So, let's have a nice kip. Shall we? I think we shall. Have a nice kip, get a nice breakfast in the morning.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ah. Hello, innkeeper. We certainly weren't out during the dark last night. We certainly didn't levitate out the window.
Now
Let's have some breakfast.
you eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It has more than a bit of garlic added for spice.
It actually doesn't sound bad to me right now, to be honest. Do you know anything about the Domovoy, I wonder? It doesn't... Oh, what about the inn?
This inn used to do a steady...
I think we've seen that. No, it looks like he doesn't know about the Domovoy, which I think is fairly normal. I don't think the Domovoy shows himself to most people. Yes.
Still,
Oh, yes, we've heard that, I believe. Let's see if we can talk with Igor now.
Igor...
Yeah, we've been through that stuff, I think. Might have to go and talk with Dr. Cranium again.
Still...
Yes, I know, still I remain and all of that. Is there anything else that I can do out in the forest before I head out? I could have gotten some wisps, actually, while I was out at night, but I can try to remember to do that the next night. Yeah, I don't think there's much else for the moment. Alright, let's do one of my least favourite puzzles, Simon. And you may have seen last week that we... last session at any rate. I didn't actually stream last week, as I recall. But you may have seen in the last play session that we played a little, fairly easy game of Simon to get into this door. Oh, here's the thing. The sequence gets longer each time you do it. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, it's still fairly easy. For that reason, I want to limit the number of times we come speak to Dr. Cranium.
You're just in time to witness a magnificent scientific experiment. I managed to harness the very primal force of lightning at my beck and call. Now I shall use it to create life itself. Watch this.
Certainly not mad. I'm not sure that's where that was supposed to go, Doctor.
That was not quite the experimental result I expected. But never mind that. It is merely a momentary setback in the annals of science. I shall readjust the magnetic electrical stimulation system and try
The
again
mess,
another day.
you understand. The MESS. Tell me about lightning.
I've come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experimental use.
Bottled lightning. Nice. What about life force?
I am convinced that the primal force of life is electrical in nature. Of course, it must also involve water for life, and pizza, without which life would be boring.
Yeah, don't entirely disagree. Let's see.
Understanding and harnessing the power of nature is just...
Not not seeing what I want is the thing.
Oh,
No. Okay. And because I don't want that sequence to get longer, I am going to... There we go. Take the autosave.
Still you
Glad and grateful that they
remain.
have autosaves.
It is a wonder you have managed.
Okay, what am I going to do here? I'm not sure why I'm not getting the option to ask Igor to bring the fluid to Dr. Cranium. And without that, I don't think that I can progress the Domovoy plot. Let me go back to that walkthrough. Let me see what I'm missing here. Because unfortunately, I believe that there is a bug that if we don't sort out this plot before a certain day arrives, it soft locks. The game soft locks. We can continue playing, but we won't be able to finish the game, and that's not great. Okay, unlock the door. It wants me to ask about the rehydration formula, but I don't have... Oh, I think I know what it is. Okay. I think I might see what I'm missing. I don't know why it would wait for me to have this in order to continue, but so it goes. Let me just run a quick check. Sorry. Okay, all looks well. Okay, so I think I know where to go. Which is down this way. No, I don't think there are any witches down this way. I don't know that there is. Is Baba Yaga a witch in this setting? This series? She's an ogress, but I don't know whether she technically counts as a witch as well. It's just a bunny. I'm not interested in the bunnies. Okay, so this green goo here, we need some of that.
You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo.
I think I want another jar of the stuff.
You slowly fill...
Okay, so I should now have 2 jars of goo. Good. Now, while I'm about, is there anything else that I can do here? I can go visit the camp again, traveler camp, but I don't really have much to do there. No, I don't think I'll bother with that. Yeah, and I need something in order to get into Baba Yaga's place. I forget what the Leashies... What is the Leashies puzzle riddle list at the moment? Let me go check. Where is the Leashie again? Somewhere around here, I think. Maybe it's here? Ah, there we go. Hello, Leashie. No, I actually clicked on the right one there. I just clicked without thinking. Okay, what's the riddle? It's been a while since we saw him, so I've
10 and
forgotten.
12 make 22.
Ah, okay, the killer plant. Okay. No,
You say...
don't know offhand. Don't know yet, or at least my character doesn't. I think I know where to find the information, but I think that means progressing past Baba Yaga in order to do it, or at least progressing to the point at which we've actually met the the lady. I don't think Baba Yaga's young by any means. But anyway, neither here nor there. We haven't fought a Necrotor yet, have we, in this game? Forget. Anyway, alright, so let's see whether this... I'm just going to do a save quickly. Okay, let's see if this gets me in. Oh, that's handy. Looks like it's the same sequence. Good. Right. Let's unlock the door. And he wants to show us his magnificent experiment, which zaps him as is traditional. Okay. Might as well ask him about this stuff.
I am wonderful.
Just click through a bit. Let's see if I can find...
Experiments are
into that.
Oh, this is a Antwerp. Oh, I have been better. There is, of course, no such thing.
Oh, you actually get points for that?
It is obvious dead.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I'll reload into this in a moment. Okay. So that didn't get me what I wanted, so let me start by going up this way. We'll have to go back in there because it looks like we get something from the good doctor. What am I missing here? Why can I not ask him to bring the
Cemetery
fluid?
east of Igor.
This is really weird. I mean, I hope the game isn't soft locked or something. Let's see. Let me get off of this screen so that you don't have to listen to that.
This web...
Let's go in here. Right, that's a much nicer soundtrack. What am I missing? I really don't know what's going on here. Let me try looking up. Quest for Glory Igor Fluid here. There must be something that I'm missing here. Oh, okay. Maybe it's actually slightly too early. So I've just seen a walkthrough that says that it's available on the 4th day. Okay. And it might be that I am essentially overreacting to it because I learned recently about this soft lock, and I'm just anxious about that not happening in this playthrough. Anyway. So in that case, there's not a lot for us to do, I don't think. Oops. No, it's only day 3, so we basically have a day to kill right now. What can we do? We've been through the monastery, we've been through the Adventurers Guild. We're not a thief, so we can't get into the Thieves Guild. We visited the whatchamacallit, the thingy, the hoojar. Cemetery is what we visited.
You graciously but gratuitously grasp some grass.
Huh, I didn't know that you could do that. I wonder whether I can rest till evening, because the stuff that I want to do right now involves it being evening. I want to go out to the place where we met the ghost. I want to see if Katrina turns up again. And yeah, I want to pass the day and
You unlock the...
and get this rehydration solution.
After some...
There isn't an option to just sleep until evening. Okay. Well, let's have another meal. And then I suppose we might as well go out into the forest and just adventure a bit.
You eat your plate.
Ah, so you are back.
What can you tell me about the castle?
The castle was once that of the boyar. Now we do not know who lives there.
Well, I suppose technically speaking, very few people live there.
Besides the ones that come in here in the evening, there are quite a few others. You probably have met the shopkeeper, the gravedigger, and the burgomeister. And then there's Nikolai, and that crazy Dr. Cranium.
Yeah, we can get a bit more information on them. I don't think we really need to.
I do not gossip.
Okay.
I know little of the forest, for I seldom leave my inn. You should speak with the burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about it.
Fair, fair. Alright, well, let's, oops. Yeah, there we go. Let's take our leave. And I think let's go out into the forest and, as I said, let's adventure a bit. Just going to put down a quick save for safety. That one. Let's see. Hello, bird. Not really interested in fighting bunnies. I don't think we're going to meet any other monsters around. I mean, I suppose I could go and talk with the Rusalka, but I don't think she has anything much more to say right now. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going. Let's see if anything crosses our path. Is this to the cemetery? That is too. Nothing much going on there, and this should be the Lishi then.
Hello.
Hello, Lishi. Goodbye, Lishi. I'm just passing through. Yeah, there's not a lot going on in the forest in the bright of day, I'm afraid. It's really at night that the place comes alive. Although we should be able to find a nice wyvern. We can find a wyvern to fight, perhaps. Let's...
After some
risks, that'll pass some time. Yep, it's already midday. Maybe we can rest a bit at Irana's garden. Ooh, what do we have? What do we have? Oh, it's just a bun. I'm not interested in buns. Unless they're the edible sort. Those buns, sticky buns with, you know, the sort that have icing or a sort of syrupy glaze on top. Those are good. That sort of bun I like. Cinnamon buns, or icinged buns, perhaps. Yeah, those are good. Ah, kittens, come here, you.
After some...
Oh, I love the music in this place. Oh, alright, I'm going to leave before this gives me too much heartache. What else? What's next? If I recall correctly, something important happens here later, although maybe not for us since we're not a paladin. I forget whether that's... Oh, hello there, it's you again. I'm not really interested in you right now. We have met you, but we haven't been told your name, unfortunately. We have berries from that bush. What do we have? Oh, wyvern, nice. Damage. Nice. Wyverns unfortunately don't give loot, so that's that. Yes, we got an autosave, so that's good. But I'll just save anyway to be on the safe side. I don't know whether that autosave was before or after with the fight there. Ah, it's getting late. Good.
After some...
Okay, so I'm going to put it in this one. So I'm hoping that we're going to get to talk with the lady Katrina again soon.
After some...
Hopefully be coming tonight soon.
After some...
There we go. Well, this is evening at least. It's probably a bit too early for Katrina to show up. You can see the stars starting to come out. That's quite a nice effect. I like this transition from day to night that they have here. There's some really good art in the Quest for Glory series.
After some rest.
Minutes. That's more like it. Katrina? No Katrina. Maybe if we levitate over and come out? Let's see. I don't know that she's here every evening. We will see whether she's here this evening at least.
The massive gate to...
No, she's not here this evening. That's okay. Right, now the other thing that I want is to go and see if I can find the ghosts.
You feel...
Just passing through, just passing through. You see that thing? Oh, here we are.
Anna, I found you! Anna!
Nikolai, I've been trying to find you for so long.
I never stopped looking for you, Anna. Never!
This is such a bittersweet little side quest.
I love you, Anna. I loved you from the moment you smiled at me.
Aww.
And I will love you for always.
Aww.
Oh, Nikolai. This time we will always be together.
Aww.
Forever?
Forever.
One may hope.
The ghostly apparition vanishes.
And step out and then step back in.
We came back one last time to thank you for reuniting us.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much. Without your help, I would have been lost forever.
I do not know how we can help you. This is the last you will ever see of us.
Well, go well.
If there is anything we can do for you, please ask.
We waited so that we could thank you.
You have saved our deaths from being endless and meaningless.
before we talk to them, just a quick reminder, when we first entered the town, in the area to the right of the gate, we encountered Nikolai here while he was alive. An old man who was looking for his wife, Anna. In the forest we encountered the ghost of Anna and managed to prompt her to realize that she was dead. And subsequently were able to then tell Nikolai about her, and he rushed off into the forest. And it seems that he died out here in the forest, but in death was able to reunite with Anna. So, yeah, a nicely bittersweet story.
I have not been so happy since the day of our wedding.
Oh dear, that is sweet.
It seems strange being a ghost. Still, it is better than being an old man who has lost his only love.
I'll come back to the hat.
I shall never again be lost and alone. Nikolai and I will find our way.
That is heartwarming.
Being a ghost is not bad when you have someone you love with you.
Oh, it does sound like it could be.
I have been lost so long. I do not know how I can help you. Perhaps you can talk to my friend Olga. She knows everything that goes on in town.
Yeah, we have
She
spoken
married
with
Boris
her.
Stovich, who owned the shop.
She did? She is such a lovely girl. I'm sure they are happy together.
It took a bit of work,
Olga
but
will be able to tell you many things about the town.
yeah, I'm glad that she remembers her life now. Anyway,
It's been so long, and I know so little of what goes on today. Still, some time ago, there was talk in town about a stranger moving into Borgov Castle. There was much talk and many rumors about who had moved in. I do not know whether your path will ever take you to the castle,
oh, it will.
but I do know of a secret passageway to there.
Start with
There
the
was some
rumors.
talk of vampires at the time. I do not think anyone in Mordavia was actually killed by a vampire, so
That's good to hear.
gradually the talk faded.
Tell me about this
My
passage.
grandfather once told me that there is a secret passage that leads from the Borgov crypt in the cemetery to the castle. It was an escape route for the Borgov family when they were alive.
Yeah, there we go. So we now know how to get into the castle.
I do not think anyone even saw the stranger. We only knew him as the Dark Master.
We've heard that
It is an
title
ominous
before, I believe.
title.
It is ominous. If I'm not much mistaken, it was to the Dark Master that Adavis appealed when he fell from his balcony in Quest for Glory 2. Anyway, what we most want from you right now is your hat.
You may of course take my hat. I have no further use for it.
It's of course not clear at this point why we would want the hat, but we do want the hat, and you'll see why later. Goodbye, you two.
Farewell. May you never be lost.
Farewell. May you never be lonely.
Oof,
Ghostly apparition vanishes.
that is a touching farewell. There's some legitimately good writing in this game, in this series of games. Alright, so let's save, having done that. Is there anything... Oh, there is one other thing that I want to do out at night.
You feel a
Oh, we not be here. That is not where we want to be. Those mounds, I think we're going to face the inhabitants of one of those mounds eventually, but we're going to want a certain spell before we do in order to protect ourselves. What are we up against? Ooh, a Chernobyl. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Another spellcaster, as you can see. And we got him, nice. Not too tough. Definitely not finding the combat to be too tough right now, as long as you can stun lock the enemy.
Score! You find a few
Nice.
gold crowns and a number of copper kopecks.
So we found an enemy that gives money in this game. Very nice. Ah, this is where we want to be. So let me just save, because I'm not sure that I remember the procedure here exactly. But you see these little lights? These are will-o'-the-wisps, and we were told, I think in a manual that we found in the Adventurers Guild, that these are the souls of dead children. And believe it or not, we were going to need some of those. There's some grasping hands, of course. We don't really want to go out onto this goop chasing after will-o'-the-wisps. That's not going to help. But they are dead children, and children like sweets.
You carefully place some of the candy on the ground.
And they are on it. And then we get a jar, and we capture some of
You capture
them.
a few of the will-o'-wisps in a flask.
Now, because I'm not cruel, I'm going to make use of them well before I should know what to do with them.
When you bring the will-o'-wisp near the standing stone, glowing runes appear around a six-pointed image. In the center of the runes, you can now see a small hole in the stone.
And then I think what we want to do is put this into the stone.
When you touch the Dark One sign to its image on the squid stone, the sign locks into place in the small hole. The points of the sign seem to point to 6 of the glowing runes.
Ah, and we know this because we've learnt the name of the dark creature that lives in, or that that lies in this region. And it starts with this, then this, then this, and this. Ah, there we go.
As you complete the name of the Dark One, you feel a distant rumble under the earth, as of the earth shifting, or some unimaginably huge creature stirring in its sleep.
Nice delivery.
Part of the squid stone opens to reveal a small compartment. You reach in to find a scroll covered with mysterious runes. The symbol of the senses at the top is the only part that you can make out. You also retrieve the Dark One sign, which pulls loose from the stone with a slurping, sucking sensation. The hole in the stone closes as you remove the sign.
The reason that I did that early is because I want to free the little child spirits sooner rather than later. Which we can do, by just releasing
You
them.
release the will-o'-wisps back into the swamp.
And they can go back and do their thing. So that scroll that we just collected is part of a late game quest that we're going to have to deal with much later. There's 6 of those scrolls. I think we actually we collected one in the monastery, if I'm not much mistaken. So we have 4 remaining. And I think that's everything for this place, for this night. Don't think we have anything else that we want to do. So let's levitate into our room. And let's have a nice kip. Actually, first let me just go and see if we can chat with the Domovoy again. Oh, I didn't realize this happened at this point. Oh, good thing I came down here. Remember Keep on Laughing the gnome?
Have a seat.
Well,
Wait,
this isn't
no,
him.
better leave the seat here. But why don't you sit down on one? This show can't get on the road until you get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or maybe just sit.
Alright. I'm up for a comedy show.
Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Mordavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "Do you know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hump a few bars, I can fake it." May as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit
Yeah.
down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course, that's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on?
Yeah, you get used to it.
Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day, and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here. Anyhow, show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks, and I'll show you a guy who's rich. Hey,
Yeah.
you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
So yeah, that was fairly awful.
The gnome has stopped speaking. Maybe he's finished telling his joke. You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you've heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what?
Yeah.
Is this an inn or a cemetery? I've had livelier times at funerals. I hope you were. Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder? It's nights like these that make me feel like an inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But what? And get out of show business?
Hello.
I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last door down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together.
So now we've unlocked the ability to visit him.
Be they ever so humble, there's nobody stays home. I've been on the road so long, I have flat tires on my feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't.
Okay, that one was amusing.
Hey, my last tour was a great success. I outran everyone. But there's no business like show business. With me, the show must go on and on and on.
Oh dear.
I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but, oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time.
I intend to.
Pleased to meet you. I could tell by your outfit that you were no ordinary rube. Punny Bones, the name. Joke's a fair game. I'm a pro punster.
Ah. So now we've met Punny Bones.
Thank you. I always like to meet a receptive audience. Always good to see you. It means you're not behind my back.
Say goodbye.
Leaving so soon?
Can they tell me about the gnome? You can.
Well, you know I'm not a census taker over here, but there are no other gnomes in Mordavia.
No wonder.
Yeah, when they show up, there goes the neighborhood. We have no need for gnomes here.
You guys are so narrow-minded you could all look through a keyhole with both eyes.
Ouch.
What gnome would want to work here? You guys have all the sense of humor of a wyvern with a hangover.
At the risk of waxing poetic, what need have we of fools?
Hey, you got a point. There are enough fools in here already to reach critical mass. If it pays to be ignorant, why are you guys so broke?
Somebody just shoot me.
And just when I was going to invite you to my party. There's always room for one bore.
I'll tell you, he's rough, you know? Anyone could tell better jokes than that gnome did. Where's Shaky Green when you need him?
Who?
Look, I'd argue with you, but I never engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed man.
That's a classic line.
The guy's dying up there. I didn't get anything.
Yeah, I
Hey,
got
how
it. It
could
just
you?
wasn't
If
good.
ignorance is really bliss, you're the world's happiest guy.
What did you think of that performance?
Fellas, is it just me, or is Shecky's performance here lacking a certain sense of humor?
Are you
Yeah.
kidding? He was rough. Get a day job.
You're right, and he wasn't very funny either.
What do you mean I wasn't funny? You guys wouldn't know a punchline if it hit you in the face.
He too is a stranger to Mordavia.
Hey, what am I, shredded wheat? If you're talking behind my back, at least have the courtesy to do it face to face.
Oh, that's fair. Alright. Enough of that. Let's head to bed. I'm glad I did pop out here. I was hoping to talk with the Domovoy, but I didn't realise we could meet Punny Bones just yet. So yes, in the new day we're going to want to pop in there and have a bit of a chat with him. Excuse me a moment. Yeah, better. Sorry if you heard any of that. Let's have a nice kip.
When you sleep, you seem to hear voices. Do you see him?
Yes, he is sleeping. Most likely in the inn, although it is hard to focus the vision now to tell.
I do not understand why you did not just capture him in the first place. The charades you play are foolish.
Silence! To serve us, it will be for the best if he acts under his own free will. Why make an enemy out of a willing tool? Oh, but I forget. He is already your enemy.
Yeah, interesting.
This is not someone to play games with, I say. If he finds out what is going on, he will never cooperate. Besides, you risk his death. Mordavia is a very dangerous place.
I think he is quite capable of taking care of himself. Besides,
well, at least someone believes in us.
Ways of making him cooperate. As you well know, I will use them only if I must.
The voices fade off into oblivion.
I wonder if you can guess what those means
You
are.
awaken as the sun begins to rise.
So that was interesting. So we have two people spying on us. They don't seem to... they don't sound enormously like they have my best interests at heart. Although the female voice seems to think reasonably positively of us. The male voice apparently is already our enemy. Now, this is the first of the games that is voice acted, so we, of course, haven't heard the voice before. But, I wonder if you can think of someone who that might be. Anyway, it's day 4. Kittens.
Still you.
Sorry, excuse me, Burgermeister. I wanted to talk to Punny Bones. So let me run up there. Knock on the door. Get electrocuted.
A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Get you every time! A million laughs! How are you? Good to see you. Nice see you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in! Get it?
No.
Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me.
Alright, well, tell me about that. Well, tell me about yourself,
Who
start with.
Kane, ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course.
You know, the attire seems to back that up.
Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately.
Oof,
it's hard to be
ouch.
hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct. Punny, you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately.
Mordavia?
This place is really dead, you know? I've had a livelier audience at the graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks, huh? Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy.
Right.
What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what are you doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers.
Dark magic is how we got
You should see
here.
some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before. Or you, for that matter.
It's been a while since they saw an adventurer, and apparently they don't have gnomes here, so yeah. So what's this about your sense of humor?
I ain't got no sense of humor.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I can't get no sense of humor. And I try, don't know why, gotta fly, say goodbye.
Thank you for that.
What's the matter? You a music critic? So I can't tell a joke. Sue me. I'm comedically challenged. A phoebe of a fool. A dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak.
Tell me about this curse.
Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues.
Baba Yaga.
She has no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. What was I to know she was in the audience at the time?
Ouch.
Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic.
That will do it.
So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned. She has no sense.
Okay, yeah, that's what we just heard. Okay. So, we now know, what's going on with him.
Nice to see a friendly face around here. So I ask you, what do you call a dinosaur crashing into a wall? Late for supper, of course. See you later, crocodile.
Yeah, that was a painful send-off. Right, let's go talk to someone sensible. Let's go to Dr. Cranium's house. Why am I suddenly moving so quickly? Speed is apparently maxed out for some reason. Maybe a bit more than that. That looks like it'll do. Hopefully now we can talk with Dr. Cranium about this rehydration solution. Okay, so the experiment, Dr. Cranium gets zapped. Yeah, his mess doesn't work. Okay, so let's just go through some of the stuff we talked to him about before. Lightning and Life Force. I do want to talk to him about magic now. I don't really like this line of narrative, but you will go through it anyway.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science.
You say to an actual
You
wizard.
would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that?
I can, yes.
It is pure as poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
Which is why I wanted to talk with him.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart.
Right. Okay, so now theoretically...
Oh, I have been better. The failure of my MESS was a shocking experience, I can tell you.
Of course.
Understanding and heart.
Let's see.
Experiments are the meat. Earth is pizza. A hypothesis. It is
a lot of this. I'm just going through it in the hopes that it'll turn up. Huh. I'll take an empty flask while I'm here. Oops, excuse me. Notification just popped up. Let me dismiss that. Something about Antwerps.
Antwerps are truly fascinating species. They reproduce by splitting into a number of tiny Antwerps, each with their own genetic code. They cannot split voluntarily, however. They only reproduce when cut or stabbed.
That's an awkward way to have children.
My Antwerps came from Spielberg Valley, where there was an Antwerp population explosion last week.
I wonder why that was. Mordavia?
Oh, this is a sad, ignorant land where every...
Maybe if I tell him about myself and such
Start to
like.
tell Dr. Cranium about yourself, but he quickly interrupts.
But there is nothing so adventurous as pursuing a career in science. Did you know, for instance, that simple scientific principles can be applied to the creation of potions for healing and curing poison?
You tell Dr. Cranium about your first adventures in the Spielberg Valley. He seems vaguely interested in your tales of Baron and his children, but his eyes positively light up when you mention the Antwerp.
Makes sense.
Ah, so you are the Spielberg hero. I went there on an Antwerp gathering expedition a few months ago. The people there are still talking about your adventures.
You continue
nice to
by
hear.
telling Dr. Cranium of your encounters with the eccentric wizard Erasmus, the deadly kobold magic user, and the ogress Baba Yaga.
Turned her into a frog? Oh, such poppycock. There is a perfectly straightforward scientific explanation for all of those events. There is no such thing as magic.
How do I get... Maybe I need to go talk with Igor.
Perhaps I should wait a day or two before resuming my Frankie experiment. It is very important that the right person stay in charge here.
Stay in charge? Oh! Some progress has been made, it would seem.
It is truly a beautiful day for science, is it not, my young friend? The sun has risen right on schedule and will
usually does.
undoubtedly set according to proper laws of celestial mechanics.
It doesn't say.
Can't say anything else. Let's try going out and going
Should
back
you
in.
ever visit Silmaria, I should be most pleased to give you a recommendation into the Academy of Science there.
Yeah, we'll be seeing
Science
that.
needs more
presume-
adherence with your energy.
Presuming that we get into Quest for Glory 5, of course.
It is good to see you again. Many understand.
I'm not seeing an... Alright,
Should you ever
I'm going to accept that I'm going to be taking a getting a slightly longer Simon Says puzzle there and see if I can get anything useful out of Igor this time. Oh, let's get the crypt key while we're here.
Applying for job as grave robber? Sorry, Igor not give crypt key to strangers.
Okay, we can't get it just yet.
Nikolai walks around looking for Anna. Igor not hear rumors. Igor not know mad monk start monastery. Igor not know bad things get people who try monastery door. Igor wonder if you will verify this rumor. Business. Olga into healthy food. Olga eat plenty fruit and berries. Dimitri. Yuri in.
Maybe if I talk to him? Oh, tell about Dr. Cranium. That
You
looks
tell
good.
the gravedigger that Dr. Cranium has asked Igor to bring him some fluid.
I wonder why we just didn't try that
do
previously.
strange things like dig up bodies. Igor bury bodies and Doctor make Igor dig them up again. Sometimes Doctor make Igor crazy.
Right. Hopefully that's enough. So let's go try visiting Dr. Cranium again.
Still,
And see if that's done the job. Simon. Oh, it's changed, so maybe something new has happened?
You are a most persistent
that is-
visitor. If you chose to devote this much energy to the pursuit of scientific knowledge, you could make tremendous progress in solving the great questions of our age.
Alright.
You start to tell Dr.
But understand. Experiment.
Still can't get him to...
I thought
Maybe I was supposed to talk to Igor on a previous
I have been
day.
thinking a bit about that castle on the mountain lately. Such a castle might make a wonderful environment for scientific research. Perhaps someday one of my descendants will work in a castle like that.
If I recall correctly, one of his descendants is Dr. Brain from the Sierra Dr. Brain games, and I think he had a castle like that.
It is
Come on, Dr. Cranium. I might have to come back on another
I
day.
have been thinking a bit.
That's frustrating. I don't want to undo all the stuff I did, so I'm just going to have to hope this works. Alright, well, let's see, what else? There was some other stuff to be done, I think. What do I have on me? Oh, I can go visit Baba Yaga. Yes, let's go visit Baba Yaga. That'll give us something to do with the day, at least. And then we can try again. We sleep one night and try again tomorrow, so to speak. Where am I going? I want to get to Baba Yaga. Hello, Wyvern. I'm not actually interested in you right now. Thank you. I appreciate the interest, but now's not a good time. Thank you. This way, perhaps? Let's see, maybe down here? Yes, this is the way. And, oh, well, let's try the passphrase instead of just using our magic on the bush, as we did last time, as I recall. Makes for a change. Oh, sorry, I clicked through that. We say the magic phrase that we learned from the Lishis, what that is in short.
So, have you got an excuse for being here, or have you just come to keep me company, or what?
I forget what...
I was getting kind of bored hanging out here until you showed up. Now I'm dying, so to speak, to find out what happens when you and Baba meet again.
Tell you about the gnome. Oh, whoa, this is apparently doesn't have voice lines.
So, what are you here for? They're just the guards. Nothing inside their skulls but some magic. Not exactly brilliant conversationalists like myself.
Okay, so I think the thing to do now is to give him the hat. I don't know whether he actually told us that he wanted the hat, because that one bit of dialogue just flashed past way too quickly, but let's give it to him anyway.
Nothing.
Maybe if I actually click on him.
Not bad at all. I can tell by the reflections in your eyes that it gives me character, makes me look mysterious and handsome. Hey, alright you guys, this guy's okay by me. You can let him through.
Oh, we now have access to Baba Yaga at least. Oh, but I need one more thing, don't I?
Hey, doesn't like you very much, I guess. Probably blames you for having to fly all the way from Spielberg.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe you could find something to win the bird-brained hut over and calm it down.
I know what
that didn't do
to get. I'm just not sure where I get that now that on me think of it. I wonder whether it likes avocado sandwiches.
That didn't do anything. That didn't do...
No. Alright, so I know what I have to get. I just don't remember where to get it. It is a chicken-legged hut. We need some corn for it, if I'm not much mistaken. It's not as though there are cornfields around this place. Maybe the store has... I'll go check the store. Hey, Lishi. Sorry, we're just passing through right now. Wyvern. Oh, it's right here.
You take an ear of the corn and put it away in your pack.
Right, now we can go back to Baba Yaga. I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm just going to... Oops. I didn't actually mean to do that, but alright. I'm just going to rest 60 minutes. No, pass a bit of the day. We don't have a lot to do on this in-game day. So, mostly because I haven't taken the most efficient route through the game. So, yeah, we're probably going to want to pass a little time here and there. Go this way. I don't actually know what's chasing us right now. And this time, let's trigger our way in. Right, now we use the corn on the mortar. I don't know, you might find this puzzle a little corny.
Making cornmeal isn't nearly corny enough.
Oh, alright, we don't. Okay, so I think we just...
That didn't...
Turn it in over here. Oops. There, okay, there. Simpler than I thought. And now I'm going to say, because this is Baba Yaga.
A strangely familiar, scratchy voice shouts, "Now!"
Spirits of the frigid north, spin the water, draw it forth. Frosty spirits, summon twice, turn the water into ice.
You find yourself trapped in ice.
Come for a little visit, are we? A little chat, perhaps? We remembered the last time you came for a little visit, don't we, kids? You turned me into a frog, didn't you?
Yeah, no, that's about right.
Thought I wouldn't remember you. You thought to yourself, let's just visit Baba Yaga and see what we can turn her into today. Well, you thought wrong, kiddo. Well, now you're here and all trapped like a fly in a web. Just looking at you reminds me of lunch.
Baba Yaga is one of my favorite characters.
What would be, kids? Hero sandwiches or hero on the half shell? Seeing as he is already frozen, we could just settle for a little ice cream sundae with whipped cream and nuts.
You can't see it, but I don't have a pleased expression at that
Good.
last bit.
We'll just skip the main course and go straight to dessert.
Please don't.
Any last words from the soon-to-be supper?
We might want to speak up for ourselves here. I have to try it.
You say something properly heroic.
Oh!
You say...
Well, wasn't that inspiring, kids? Guess we'll have bologna and freeze for snackies.
Ouch. Everyone's a critic. I'm just going to restore past that, just... So I'm not going to do that. We'll just click through the dialogue, don't worry.
You find...
Right. Let's say hello.
You want those to be your last words?
Oh, it's a polite opening. Anyway, let's tell her about the gnome.
You tell about Mr. Bones the gnome, and the reason you came here.
So, you come here to help the jester get back his jokes, huh? How fitting. He made a fool out of me because you made a frog out of me. And now I'll make food out of thee. Just desserts, after all.
Oh, I like her lines.
So now we can all have our favorite treat to eat. Isn't that right, kids? You'd rather have pie. What? Pie? Oh, elderberry pie. It's true we haven't had that for a long while. But I can't very well make one now. I don't have any of the ingredients. Oh, poo. Now that you mention it, I'd really like some elderberry pie. With or without ice cream. You're right. He did bring us a mandrake, didn't he? And it made such a lovely mousse. Very well. But it means no ice cream for now. So, Mr. Tender Morsel, I'll give you another chance. Bring me some fresh elderberry pie, and I won't have you for dessert. Agreed? Good.
Vigorously, you nod your head in agreement.
Good. Bring us some fresh elderberry pie, or we'll just settle for Adam's apple pie and minced meat instead. We'll recycle this ice around this fool for iced knee later. Hero lout, now get out.
Well, what have we here? Back in one piece? I sure never expected to see you outside of a quiche again.
So, tell me about this elderberry pie.
She didn't give you the recipe. Alright, let's see. You'll need a pie pan for starch, you'll need bone meal for a crust, grue goo for flavoring, and elderberry berries, of course.
I think we have all of that.
You'll need to pick them right off the elderberry bush. Careful or you'll make it cry. There's nothing worse than elderberry wine.
Oh, nice. We have all the other stuff.
I don't know much about it. I don't get around much every day. Careful around it.
Okay. So, yeah, I believe we have pretty much everything. We have the bones here. Let's just make some bone meal out of it.
Put the bones into the...
Yeah, we do that with it.
You work the pestle back and forth in the mortar. It's hard work, but after a while you manage to grind the bones into a fine bone meal with almost the consistency of flour.
It's quite impressive, really. Okay, so we have some grue goo, we have a pie pan, we have berries, and we have somewhere around here. Oh, it's in the what's it? We have bone dust. So let's collect that out into the pan. Oh, all right.
The fine bone meal.
Okay, fine. Let's use a container to collect it.
You fill
there
the flask with powdery bone meal from the mortar.
Good. Now we have all the ingredients. So, okay, there was no line for that, but we put the bone meal in. Short. This is the short version, and then the grue goo. After interminable minutes, the last of the gooey grue goo splurches into the pie pan. You rub the slimy flask clean and put it away. And berries. You toss the elderberries into the pie tin. So, I think that's all we need in terms of ingredients.
Looking good. Now show it to the head skull over there, and get out of the way fast if you don't want to add rump roast to the barber's menu for the night. Looking...
Nothing.
And we have an elderberry pie.
The skulls appear to have stopped flashing their lasers. You pick up the pie. It's being cooked to a delicate golden brown.
Hey, bird legs! Squat!
You quickly step out from under the trap. A moment later, you hear the voice of Baba Yaga.
Not very trusting, is he, kids? Good. It's not like I trust him.
Yeah, fair I
Roll
suppose.
quick, make him stick.
And there's that.
You find your shoes stuck to the floor.
Spirits of the swamp and mire, aid me in what I desire. Creatures of mist, beings of the fog, turn this human into a cute hedgehog.
Yep.
I have a sudden craving for a tiggly wiggly. Perhaps some hedgehog grog, hedge piggly swiggly, and pig newtons. What's that you say? Elderberry pie. Oh, darn. He was bringing that here, wasn't he? I don't suppose a piggly wiggle can get the pie from his backpack, could he?
Not really, no.
Particularly if his feet are stuck to the floor.
Indeed.
Oh, pity. Spirits of the mist and more, restore this man as he was before. So, now my dining delight, do you have what I asked for?
Yes. Which suddenly changed colour.
That smells delicious, just the way we like it. Fresh from the fire.
Use that.
So, let me think. How should I reward you for such a lovely pie? Well, Kitty, should we just fry him now? Or for an entree have green spleen casserole with roast leg of man? Oh, all right. I suppose he did do us a favor. It wouldn't be polite to eat him now. Besides, he may be useful in the future. So what is it that you want as a reward for your lovely pie?
By the way, let me just note that, first of all, I love the character of Baba Yaga as depicted in this series. Second, Baba Yaga's art is, I think, one of the few cases in which I genuinely really like character art in this game. There are a couple of other cases, but it's one of the few in which, to my mind at least, the art style really works to make a really cool looking character. Anyway, so we have a couple of things we can ask for here, but we are here about the gnome's humor, so we're not going to ask for these right now. Let's
You tell about the gnome and how he wants his humor back.
Humor, is it? You want a sense of humor? I'm not sure the gnome really had a sense of humor, making fun of poor old ogresses. Oh, all right. Take this good humor bar and give it to the gnome. I suppose there is nothing more pathetic than a gnome who can't tell a joke.
You take the good humor bar and put it away.
You've got what you wanted, and I've got what we wanted. Tasty treat, now retreat.
Well, I guess she liked the pie, or you would have taken its place.
Okay, but we're not quite done. I'm going to save just in case I get this wrong. And I'm going to actually go back in.
That didn't do anything. Baba Yaga speaks out loud.
That's so true. Glue his shoes.
You find your feet stuck again to the floor.
Oh, back so soon, Cookie Face. I hope for your sake you brought us something to eat. After all, there's always room for Hero.
How about an avocado and garlic sandwich?
That is not something we consider edible. Feed us or weep.
Okay, not that. Garlic?
Oh, I can always use some garlic. It goes with everything. Now I can make some garlic head.
Why do I have a feeling that you're not talking
So
about,
what do you
you know, a
want
head
for
of
this,
garlic?
Cookie?
Ooh. We better ask for this, I suppose.
You ask Baba Yaga about a dark one ritual.
Again, we don't know about this yet, but oh well, it's being offered to us.
So, you heard about that, huh? I found it in the hangman's tree some years ago. You're asking for trouble, I hope you know. Using the ritual for any purpose will only bring you grief. It can be used in either one or two ways. Its main purpose is to bring a Dark One across to this world. However, a very powerful wizard could use it to send the Dark One back to its world. You don't qualify as a very powerful wizard as I see it.
But we might meet some.
Still, if you want it, you got it.
You put the ritual away in your pack.
Here.
I hope I have more garlic on me.
Oh, back so soon.
I do, good, okay. Again, I'm going to save because I don't know how far I can push this. But we do want that Dark One ritual.
That didn't do anything. Baba, you find...
But she did say she could always use garlic, so...
Oh, back so soon.
How about more garlic? Good.
The small...
Oops. And now I'd like a spell.
You ask for a magical spell.
Magic? Let me think. What have I got that won't let you get me?
Interesting way of
You
thinking.
want something other than a spell to cause warts.
Yeah, that wouldn't be terribly useful to me.
Nod your head.
Oh, all right. Here's a spell scroll to teach you the hide spell. I use it all the time, as you can plainly see.
You read the scroll. As it vanishes, the spell remains in your memory.
And we're
Here.
And we're out. I think that's it for Baba Yaga for now.
Oh, back so...
So we now have a new spell. Oops, there we go. The hide spell. And we're invisible. But it stops once we move by the looks of things. Anyway, so what time is it now? About midday. Oops, there we go. Now let's see, what else is there to be done? Oh, well, we can go and take the bar back to the gnome. And then, let's see. I'm going to want to try to come back in the next day. Sorry, Leshy, I do keep passing... Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, I can talk with you now because I know the answer to your riddle. Or rather, my character knows the answer. I already did because, you know, I've played this before.
10 and 12 make 22. This stellar plant will crawl to you. Hungry, hunting, seeking food. A berry bush with an attitude?
Answer, elderberry bush.
Riddles, riddles, 3, 2, 1. Next one, and my riddling's done.
Okay. Okay, and let's pop out and let's come back in to get... Ah, kittens. Hold on, let's try this hide spell. And he wanders off. That's actually pretty effective. It's actually more effective than the calm spell in getting enemies away from you.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Okay. Same basic mechanic as the previous one, but it's fine. We don't have to do this too often.
The bush.
Oops, I clicked on the wrong bush, I'm afraid.
Oops! Hi there! Nine and 8 makes 17. Watch out for the Fairy Queen.
Who we've met, I believe.
Cloaked by magic, pale of cheek. What is it that the fairies seek?
Don't know that we know the answer to that yet, our character. No. Okay.
No.
So we don't have the answer to that just yet. But that's fine, we have the final riddle available to us now, and once we have the answer we can go back and tell it to the Lishi. Okay, so let's go in and give the good humor bar to Punny Bones. And we can rest until evening, I think. And see if we can meet Katrina and...
A voice from...
And see what happens in the new day
Did I
with
tell you
regards to
about
Dr.
the time there
Cranium.
was this guy walking into an inn with this big necrotor following him? He goes up to the innkeeper and asks for some stew to eat. The innkeeper looks nervously at the necrotor and asks the man what his pet will eat. And the guy replies, anyone he wants.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
You hand the gnome the good humor bar.
What's this? You trying the old hot pepper bar on me? Hey, I'm the professional kid. Don't try this at home. Not on a gnome, anyway. Hey, looks good, though.
He eats the good humor bar.
Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Hey, I feel funny. I mean, really funny. What was that thing?
You tell the gnome about Baba Yaga and the good humor bar.
Thanks, pal. Guess this yuck's on me. This jester just can't thank you too much. You're my hero, Nero. My main man, Stan. So you got by with a pie, aye? My. Always knew the way to Baba's heart was through her stomach. Probably someone she ate. You know what they say about cannibals? Always having a few friends over for dinner.
Oh dear.
Well, now that I'm back in the funny business, it's one more show and I'm back on the road. I'm gonna show these yokels that he who laughs last just didn't get it.
I think that's enough. We could hear more
Before
from
you
him
blow,
still.
Joe, I figure I owe you one. I'm gonna let you in on a secret only we gnomes know.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
gonna tell you the ultimate joke. Don't wince, Vince. This is straight, mate. You tell this one, and whoever hears it is gonna laugh. Really laugh. Can't help it, can't stop it kind of laugh. Only works once, and should only be used in last resorts, Mort. It's the last laugh, so to speak. The best jest to the west. Yours for the telling.
The gnome tells you a rather silly joke. You find yourself laughing despite yourself.
See what I mean, Gene? Tell this joke to a big bad dude that's out to do you in, then exit while he's laughing. Use it or lose it. Bye-bye, birdie.
And that's important to collect, but believe it or not. Okay, so that's the gnome sorted out. Oops, I shouldn't have gone downstairs. I actually want to be upstairs.
You unlock.
Okay, what time is it? Yeah.
After
So it's not the ideal place to be waiting out.
some.
the evening, simply because we have to go through this animation of climbing onto the bed and getting off of it. And all of that, but but it's working.
After some...
And here's the gnome's show.
So you're back. No, it's your friend. Take a seat. No, take two. They're small. I got a joke just for you, so don't look so sheepish.
Yeah, that's an improvement. That's an improvement.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all you others. I'd like to say how glad I am to be here. I'd like to say it. Seriously, folks, staying at the Hotel Mordavia has been like staying at a resort. A last resort. My room is so small, I's a hunchback. I couldn't even complain about the room service. There wasn't to complain about. And the innkeeper's wife really went out of her way to make me feel at home. She ignored me completely.
Ouch.
I wasn't feeling well, so I went out to visit the local doctor. You know, Dr. Cranium. He's the guy with the 3 pairs of glasses. One for nearsightedness, one for farsightedness, and one to look for the other 2. I said to the doctor, my heart keeps making a strange noise. It keeps going tick, tick, tick. Ah, said Dr. Cranium. We have ways of making you talk.
Yeah, a classic.
Next, I went to visit the local store. If you don't know what's up, then you haven't seen their prices lately.
Ouch.
And the shopkeeper, what a gossip. She suffers from acute indiscretion. I dislike repeating gossip, but what else can you do with it? And boy, oh boy, the monster's in this place. If I ever come face to face with a revenant, I know what steps I'd take. Long ones. What would I do if ever I saw a necrotor? Hope it didn't see me. Actually, folks, I'm up here for a good reason. A jester's ambition is to be healthy, wealthy, and wisecracking. If it weren't for my friend the hero over there, I couldn't make a hyena laugh. So, when you've lost your wit, broken your funny bone, and none of your puns are fun, it helps to have a hero handy.
Oh, thank you.
You know, that reminds me very little of the story about the gravedigger who was so bored, he buried himself in his work.
Ouch.
You know, I could tell you some more jokes, but you'd only laugh at them. So long and be good. If you can't be good, then be careful.
The gnome takes a deep bow and gets down off the stage. That's funny, you always thought he got down off a duck.
Oh, no.
The townspeople explode into spontaneous applause.
Keep smiling. It makes people wonder what you've been up to. So, was that funny, or are you just keeping your mouth shut?
No, that's better. That's definitely better.
Your voice is lost in the...
Okay. Yeah, that was... You probably didn't hear me laugh much, but since they weren't that funny...
Long, it's been nice to know you. I like you. I have no taste, but I like you. If you ever make it to Silmaria, look me up. I never forget a friend, especially if he owes me money.
Funny enough...
But seeing as how it's me that owes you one, I better get while the going's good. See ya! Don't take any wooden kopecks! So, everyone, I'll leave you with this story. A man runs up to his doctor and says, Doc, you gotta help me. I keep thinking I'm a goat. The doctor asked, how long have you had this delusion? The guy replied, ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you I'm one bad dude. It's been sheer pleasure here, but I'm gonna take it on the lam and just bleed it. Be seeing you.
Nice, nice. I appreciate the puns. Yeah, but I was smiling all the way through that, so definitely an improvement.
Considering how...
Alright, we'll use the front door. Apparently it's not that late yet. We could have talked with everyone else about...
It is very dang if you will.
There we go. We could have talked with the locals about events, but no real reason to do that. Let me think, what was I going to do? So yes, I want to... It's a little early yet. Oops.
After some...
One more rest to
After the massive...
Ah, there we go. The gate's closed. That's the proper timing, I think. But no sign of Katrina today. Oh, that's a pity. Let me think. What else did I want to do? Wanted to... Yeah, I think the main thing is to get into Dr. Cranium's place for that fluid tomorrow. In-game tomorrow, that is. I mean, I suppose I could go looking for a Revenant. But I don't really need one right now. Let me just look over my items. Yeah, there's not a lot. Okay. Fair enough. We will just turn in for the night, I think. There we go. Sorry, a bit of misclicking going on there. Okay. I mainly want to play until I hopefully get that rehydration solution. Sorry, I think I didn't actually mention that. Until I get...
You are wait.
Yeah, the thing that I need for the Domovoy, basically. Or it starts looking like I've soft-locked. Oh, hello.
Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the gravedigger shows up.
A thing has happened.
Well, there you go. Igor's missing. That eyes it. The little weasel never goes anywhere, for crying out loud.
There's one place he goes.
Except when he's with that wacko, crazy, cuckoo doctor.
Not the place that I meant.
Why else would that gypsy be so darn close to town? Got a taste for meat?
It was a full moon outside last night, I'm telling ya.
Here, somebody's going to jail. Justice must be served, even for that little gravedigger.
Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed.
It hasn't.
Just relax. Go home or to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later.
But we...
Later. Go home.
There he is.
The gravedigger is missing, and the gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and of having eaten Igor.
Let's go have a chat with him, shall we?
The gypsy looks at you.
Okay.
The gypsy. You tell the gypsy that you will do whatever you can to help prove his innocence.
Making some assumptions, but alright.
The gypsy...
Well then, go...
Yeah, no, that's fine. We will, instead of talking to people, we will go and do something.
It is possible that the gravedigger is still alive. If you are going wandering outside of town, please, watch for him.
We might pop into that,
Yeah.
That gypsy's gonna make Joan of Arc look like a piker.
Lovely.
He's gonna burn at the stake.
Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor
we have a
before
time
tomorrow, you shall have your burning.
Okay. But first things first, let's get into Dr. Cranium. Oh, I'm glad I'm managing to remember these.
I believe I am on the verge of a major discovery. It came to me last night. I believe that there is a formula which can be used to create a rehydration solution.
That is what we want at last.
The solution could be used to restore fluidity to any substance or object that has become prematurely dry. If we can but manufacture Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution in sufficient quantities, we could rehydrate the great Shahelian desert. Of course, there are a few small bugs to be worked out. It would take most of the water in the world's oceans to make that much solution. Then there's a tiny snag that I have not been able to remember the formula since awakening from the dream.
A little more copy protection. Rehydration.
Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution should be a shoo-in for the alchemical innovation of the animal ward. It contains the prime essence of the element of water in a perfectly condensed form.
Formula.
Oh, I do seem to be a little careless in keeping track of my scientific formulae. I have them all written down somewhere. I think it was in the margins of one of my books here.
How do I get into... I want to give you the formula.
Dr. Crane... Oh, I spent some time in Spielberg. There seem to be...
That's not useful to me.
I have come for...
We've seen that.
The scientist never fails to observe nature. Why, if I had not gone on an observation trip in the forest, I would never have found that garden with all the rare and exotic flora.
Irana's garden, in other words. That's not terribly useful to us.
It is...
Here we go.
You need my world-famous rehydration solution. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the elemental formula of its main ingredient. Perhaps you can help.
I have the manual up with me, so I dare say that I can. Rhombus, so it's this one. Okay, so... Fire, earth... Fire, air, there we go. And earth. Could be correct.
Yes, that sounds just right. By the way, I could use some goo for...
Okay, and he wants goo in exchange for it. Which is why we picked up another jar of this stuff. That's why we picked up 2 jars. One for Baba Yaga and one for you.
That is terrific! This is just what I need for my experiments. As I promised, here is your rehydration solution.
Excellent.
Rehydration may prove to be a crucial step on the way to an even more important discovery. Instant water.
Wait, hold on. Wouldn't that just be water? Okay, so let's look at this. Bears a suspicious resemblance to a flask of ordinary water, this rehydration solution. Anyway, so let's go and try to help the Lishi here. Oh yes, we want to go into here, we want to show the Dark One sign. And put it in the door, as we've done before.
You push...
Then we should be able to rehydrate this Doma boy.
Very wet, B.I. Very wet and very alive.
I'm glad to be alive, part at least.
And I to be alive. Happy thanks I give you.
My pleasure.
Careful, you should be here. Dangerous very. Feed the guard or destroy it to find the secret passage down.
We've already done that. Thank you for the wish of luck. Okay. Get out of here.
Come. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it's getting a bit late where I am. So I'm actually going to close up shortly. But I'm going to go to a relevant location. Before I do that, let me just think. What was I going to do? I wanted to sort out Igor, and in the night I'm going to want to talk with the Domovoy again. Was there anything else that I had in particular mind? Don't think so. Okay. So let's just pop into, if I'm not much mistaken, yeah, the spot. Yes, lightning bolt.
You hear a monstrous groaning noise from beneath the fallen tombstone. Perhaps a horrible monster waits below.
What could that be, one wonders? Well, we will leave it on that cliffhanger, I think. I'm going to save. Oops, there we go. And quit. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've had fun. I very much have. Stay well and goodbye.